Happy New Day. Happy, wonderful, blissful, joyous, peaceful, gratitude day. We are what we think about. Everything in life that we have been thinking about from this moment, we are the result of it. Mm. You're not made in the image of someone else. You are made in the image of your reflection of who, what you think you are. You know, there's a story. I'm sure I'm not going to call it a story, but I know you've heard the movie. He says he's talking to the man in the mirror. Um, and we know that's Michael Jackson. He's talking to the man in the mirror. So it's an amazing day. But you know, as we always go within, walk with me today. Walk with me. Gratitude today. This is the greatest day of your life. We open our eyes. I open my eyes. I took my breath. I breathe in and I breathe out. I could see, I could hear, and I could smell. I could touch and I could feel. And it's gratitude. Before I even allowed myself to enter into the things that are going on out there, I reflect on what's going on inside. All the great things that are happening inside. I begin to give thanks that I am alive in this land. I am alive. I have 24 hours to decide what I'm going to do with my energy, how I'm going to direct it. I have 24 hours to give love, to give it and receive it. And I was just thankful. I laid there thanking for my bed, giving gratitude for my bed and my pillows and my closet, my clothes, just giving gratitude. I was reflecting. I actually took the moment to look at my hands. They move. My fingers, they wiggle. There was not one moment that I doubted that they wouldn't move. But I was reflecting on it and giving gratitude because I was looking at God. I was looking at God. I was looking at God. I was looking at my hand. I was looking at God. I was reflecting how life flows through me. how life flows through me, how life is happening for me. I was reflecting. It's reflection of gratitude for the sun and the moon and the stars, the breath, the air. I was giving gratitude. The moment I took my first step from sitting on side the bed, gratitude. As I walked into my bathroom, gratitude. I was giving gratitude. I didn't have to have anybody help me get up. I did it. Gratitude. I was focusing on those things that worked for me. I was focusing on those things that matter to me. See, this is a reflection. I stood in the mirror and I began to say, "You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Fearfully made. You're wonderful." And the more I began to say, "You're wonderful, wholeness, greatness," I saw myself in that form, in that reflection, because what I saw in the mirror, I am the reflection. And I was giving gratitude. Everything in my world is a reflection of me. My garden, all the seeds that I plant in my garden is a reflection of me. Because my thoughts become things, and my things become a reality, or my things have become a reality. It's my reflection. How I see my life, how I envision things operating, happening in me. It's my reflection. Ashe. I am Queen Oracle, Mother Yanis Lamel, Nutra Prime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement and at the Walu Tribe. It is an honor. It's an honor. That's what I'm hearing. It's an honor to be here today. It's an honor to be here in this space with you. Privilege, honor, gratitude, to be with you in this now present moment. Everything in your world is happening for you, and you determine it. Let's keep it real. You determine what happens for you. Remember, the mind is the battlefield. Remember, the war is in the mind. And so whatever is within the mind, wherever you are planting those seeds, that determines, your outcome in life. You are the creator of your reality. And it's a joyous day to be happy. It's a joyous day to be full of bliss. It's a joyous day to come and early rise, and connect with me on this day. I'm just going to be here for a little while. Get you some tea, get you some coffee, those that drink it, hot chocolate, lemon water, whichever works for you, and come. Let's walk this together. Let's connect together in wholeness. Let's operate from the dot today. 747, 24/7, 361 degrees. Let's operate from the dot today, because everything that you are. It starts at the dot. And just know that you are the dot. And everything around you is your reflection. Because you are creator. Nothing happens without you. Because you are the inventor, the creator, the director, the producer. You're the manifester. And everything is a reflection of you. Your world is all you. So, as we walk this path together in wholeness, because we are wholeness, and wholeness is complete. And as wholeness is complete, you are blissful, abundantly satisfied. Yeah. Satisfied. I like that one. Uh, Acknowledging my team and energy always. Galactic Council, Star Nations, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors of the Higher Realm, 24 Elders, Ascended Masters, Animal Totems, all that are assisting us today. Turtle energy, cow energy, cat energy, all that are assisting us right now, even the snake energy that are assisting us. Mal, Cal, Cell, all are assisting us right now. Easy dealing with these emotions, begin to understand the purpose of these in your life. These things that are happening in your life are not by just coincidence or not by just accident. These are all you. This is all you. This is all us. Understanding that it all works for us. It all works for us. Gratitude. Gratitude for you in this space now. So, let's do the community breath. That's what I'm hearing. Let's do the community breath together. Let us breathe in for 4, hold for 4, release for 4. And we're going to do that. We're going to do it 4 times instead of 3. We're going to do 4 times. We're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, release for 4. We're going to do it in 4 cycles. Let's begin. We're breathing in through our nose, and we are releasing through our mouth. We are breathing in those abundantly blissful things that you are experiencing. And we are releasing those things that no longer benefit you. They've had their time in your life. They'll serve their purpose, but you don't need them anymore. That means we can release them. So let's go. Again. All right. Let's go. For the eyes. What's going on? But we got it. So let's go. Happy new day to everyone. I am love. I give love. I receive love. I accept love. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my guide. One truth, one law. I am. I create. I am a divine being, having a divine human experience here in the heart on planet Earth. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. And so, as you can see, that we're talking about reflection. We're actually also talking about the female Messiah. And so we are still understanding that the female Messiah, or the Messiah, is a leader, a savior of a particular group of the cause, and one that prepares for war. But the thing is that when you talk about war, the outside system shows you that there is war on the outside, or physical battle with guns and knives and war. I mean, weapons on the outside. And so, but the understanding, because it's understanding of knowing that everything is inside you. So that war that we talk about is really the war in the mind. So the illusional world is the reflection out there of the man interpretation of war, where there's killing and war against other countries. So as we are understanding that the war that we face in life, that as messiahs, it is in the mind, to where all that you have within you, your tools, your weapons, is to defeat, and I say those Goliaths, those entities, low vibration energies that have been, those weeds that have been in the garden, that have been choking out your seeds when you were unconscious and you didn't know that you were planting seeds and things that are weeds that you were planting, because a negative thought, negative word was a weed. And but now we are awakened, we answer the call, we understand that we are messiahs, and that we are gardeners as well, because your mind is the garden, and in there, you as the gardener, you are conscious and aware that the seeds that you are planting are growing, and that that you are responsible for planting your tending to your field, not somebody else tending to your field, because your thoughts that you are creating are yours. If we would talk about the Kybalion, we would understand that the universe is mental, and so you are the universe, so it is mental. So if we see, the world paints a picture of the universe being this way, but everything is a reflection on the inside of you. So what you see, what's inside of you, is the reflection out there. So the lenses that we look through, the reflection of what we see, what's going on in here. So how we perceive things inside is how they appear to us on the outside. Because at once in our life, we had another set of lenses on our eyes. But when we were unconscious, we had another set of lenses on our eyes. So we were creating, a world, the illusional world. But when we picked up the phone, we answered the call, the operator, we connected with the operator, which is you, all you. You started, you woke, you wakened, and realized that you now see things just like it's supposed to be as source, and you are co-creating this whole reality. So you see things as they are. There's in the scripture where it says, well, he stooped down, made clay, and put it on the man's eyes, and he asked him, what do you see? He couldn't see, and like he didn't see man the way, in the form man was supposed to be. Then he anointed him, he spit and made the clay, touched his eyes again, And what? He saw man upright walking the way, and I paraphrase that, the way man was supposed to be. And so are you. At once in your life, you was in a state to where you saw things in a off balance way. And now you see things in your life. I'm speaking for myself. Then you see things in your life balance out. But only you know that. I'm just keeping it real. Only you know that, because this is, I am love. It's just real. We're in an area in our life. There's no need for band-aids. You don't need a band-aid in life. You passed that. You passed the band-aid mode. You don't need nobody to hold your hand. No, you're creator. If you found it's a great day to be alive, a happy new day, you driving. You're driving, you're creator, you are understanding your consciousness, and therefore in your life experience, it is you and source in you, and God is having the experience through you. God, source, this inner source energy is having this experience through you, and you and source of one, our wholeness. So happy new day. So which means that we take full responsibility for everything that's happening in our life. And nothing else but us. We give our power over to nothing. Just us being responsible for our creation. So thank you. And I love being here in this space. So as we are talking about reflection, so let's walk together. And happy new day to everyone that's on the live. I greet you today, those that are on Facebook, those that are connecting with me on the YouTube, and those that are connecting with me on Messiah Code. Happy new day. I leave you with this, start you off with this, that this is the greatest day of your life. That is a very powerful affirmation. This is my greatest day. I'm choosing happiness today. Subconscious mind picks it up. I'm choosing to be happy today. So let's walk together. Proverbs of the Messiah. Master Key application number 323. Put my face up here. There you go. Proverbs of the Messiah, Codex 9:4. You can see the Proverbs of the Messiah. We've been reading out of that Codex 9:4. The mind is the first kingdom to be conquered. He who masters the mind masters the reality, or he can rewrite the program. So the mind is the first kingdom. So if you can master it, because remember, the mind is it's the battlefield. You can be sitting, tending to your own business, tending to your own field, and then there's a thought come and it just starts floating through, and you say, where did that come from? But the mind is the first kingdom, and the kingdom of heaven is within us. So the mind is the first kingdom to be conquered. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So fear is not something that you have created. But I want you to walk with me on that, because on the conscious scale, it talks about fear on the conscious scale, and his name will come, and has fear as the level of 50, and understanding that the conscious scale is very low. But here in 2 Timothy, it says that it wasn't something that God gave you. So we look at that because you and source is one. So what is fear? Is it a lower level of faith? But go ahead and look at fear, because fear has a purpose in our life too. Even though we may not understand, we might have this in a way to where we look at it and say, oh, this is not something God gave us. But fear actually has been serving a purpose in your life. Because for some of us, if fear had not been there, you wouldn't have moved. So fear actually was operating as a protection barrier. But we got to understand that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but where did it come from? Because there is no other outside source, because God is positive, negative, good and bad, up and down, in and out. Source is all of that. So I'm just, just walk with me. Talk to myself. I'm glad we all showed up together. But of power. So, in other words, you operating from the dot, and everything that you have is from the dot. It is the reflection. So if God didn't give us the spirit of fear, well, what did the Most High give you? What did the Most High give us? But of power and of love and of a sound mind, which means with power, understanding that the power is the strength. Love is that I'm assured of who I am, and a sound mind. I'm very conscious of knowing that, that I know what God is, or what God has given me. I am source and I are one. I'm sure of this. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure. My sound mind means I'm sure of what I am. I'm sure of what has been given me. But so if we were not given the spirit of fear, then why do many of us operate in the spirit of fear? And then why is fear, why is that seed in our garden? So let's keep going. Reflection. Your crown begins in your mindset. So remember, thoughts become things, and things become a reality. As one thinks, so is he. The mirror reflects power. When fear is cast out and the throne of thoughts reclaimed. So, perfect love casts out fear. So perfect love casts out fear. So it will take us back to 2 Timothy 1:7. For if God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love. So perfect love casts out fear. Perhaps there may be where we doubted ourselves, or we doubted that who we are, that fear came on the scene. Just a reflection, just a moment of thought to think about. Because remember, we're operating from the dot, because the mind is the first kingdom. And we're operating from the dot to know that everything in our life all starts from the dot. And everything in our life that's swirling around us is a reflection of us. Should I say the good, the bad, the ugly is a reflection of us, how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself. I had a moment, I was walking through the daycare, or was I driving? Because I was already thinking about this. I was already thinking about this in the car and walking through the daycare. Thank you, I am love. Walking through the daycare and thinking about reflection. And actually I got to the kitchen, because I do here every rise when I come here, I do I walk through the daycare. I got to the kitchen as the reflection And I was looking at that and I'm saying reflection. So how you see yourself or perceive yourself to look at the mirror? What do you see? Because remember, the mind is the first kingdom. So whatever you perceive in your mind is what you're going to see, is your reflection of you. The system have designed that if you don't like what you see, guess what? We can change it. Sort of like the bionic man or the bionic woman. We can make it better. You know, many of the reflection could be where you don't like your bottom and how it's shaped. We can make it better. You know, they got it now that where they can, you know, do the surgery and put some more on your hips or take some off your hips. And then, you know, they even have it where if you don't like your top part, they got it where we can make it better. And so they can make it better. And then you can add more on it, or you can take some off of it. Then they say we can make it better. And then not only that, then they can say, oh, you say, oh, I don't like my nose. Guess what? We can make it better. And so because we can make it better, look, they do something to your nose. Then it says, oh, I don't like my eyes. We can make it better. And so because we can make it better, they can change the colors of your eyes. We can make it better. And so that's the system. Everything they can make it better. But guess what? What they can't make better is what's inside the heart, is how you feel about yourself. Because many times in life, what you see in the mirror, the reflection, is either you're going to be at peace with that or you're not going to be at peace with that. Because one that is at peace with what you are, or what source, or what the universe, how you came into this reality that you are, or this love that you are. Because if you're not at peace with that, you automatically fall into the trap of the illusion of we can make it better. Because even after they say we can make it better, you go through all these changes of we can make it better and still not be happy. Still not be happy with your stomach, still not be happy with your breast, and still not be happy with your hips or your bottom, still not be happy. It's a reflection. But the reflection on the outside is really the reflection on the inside. When we become at peace with what's going on inside of us, the reflection in the mirror appears as we desire it to appear. But when we are not at peace with what's on the inside, the reflection is only going to be an image of things that we don't like. We can make it better. I love that. Let's walk. Proverbs of the Messiah, Codex 15:8a. The energy center of the body are not myths. They are technology. Ezekiel, Happy New Day. Ezekiel 36:26. A new heart also will I give you. A new heart, a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh and will give you a heart of flesh. Let's look at that. A new heart. So the heart that we had, because we're looking at this and I'm walking with this and we're looking at this, Happy New Day. We're looking at this together, that the body. Because remember, we were so wrapped up in this illusional world, this illusional programming. So we were wrapped up in that. So the heart, our heart was affected by the illusional world. And so all the technology, all the program is how our heart was responding to that. Because what we were looking at through the lenses, is what we were programmed to see. And so that's that old heart, that heart of I don't matter, or I don't like how I look, or I don't love myself, or I'm too fat, or I'm too skinny, my lips are too big, or my lips are too small, or I don't have enough hair, or I need to buy me some hair, or no, I just like my hair to be bald. That was where we were. And that's so the seeds and things that were being planted in our garden. And so remember, the mind is the first kingdom. That, he who masters the mind masters the reality, can reprogram, his system, reprogram his own program. And so a new heart also I will give you, the heart of love, a new heart. Because when you came in here, you came all the way down here, lower level, 3D, lower level of, being programmed, uploaded with all these other stuff, or other people belief system, all these belief system of how you're supposed to think about yourself, how you're supposed to carry yourself. This is where you were. And that right there was actually a battle all by itself. Is that you were trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. Oh, what do you want to be in life? So you were trying to figure that thing out. No, I want to be this. No, then you was going through this sort of like the caterpillar a little bit. You know how the caterpillar was doing, right? Came out caterpillar, eating all this stuff off the ground. He was just eating and eating. We read the story, we read a book in here called A Very Hungry Caterpillar, and it was just eating and eating until it went into the cocoon, and had that transformation. So let's just hold off on that. And so a new heart also will I give you, because the other heart was wounded. The heart was wounded because it was in a place to where it was like, I need love, because apparently the heart needed love, because the heart didn't love itself, or you didn't love yourself, because it was a reflection of your outside, because it was showing that you didn't love yourself. Because when you love yourself, it shows on the outside. When you love yourself, you love your neighbor as yourself. When you love yourself, you love your sister. You love your sister, your husband, your wife, your friends. Oh, you love them all. A new heart of peace, a new heart of joy, a new heart of happiness, and a new spirit. A new spirit, this new energy will I put within you. And I will take away the stony. It says things fall on the stony ground, the stony heart out of your flesh. In other words, all the things that you were programmed to accept about yourself in that old belief system, I am removing those things. In other words, I'm giving you a new heart. He said, I would give you a heart of flesh. I said a heart of flesh because, man is the word dwelt among man, and the word man became a human being, and stop thinking about that, a heart of flesh. In other words, my heart of flesh would be, am I able to feel things the way I need to feel them? And actually, am I able to really experience things to understand that I'm alive? The heart of flesh, that you're not an iRobot, that everything in life that you went through, all those transformations that you went through, this heart of the flesh is a reflection of letting you know that you're real, that you are real. I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go with that. That everything in life is a reflection, or everything in your past has been a reflection. Everything of where you are now is a reflection of you. What is you? So reflection. You are not spiritually shut down. You get that? I'll take that. Happy New Day, DD. Love you. You're not spiritually shut down. Even though, you went through all these schools and, you're on the path to find God. You was on the path to find spirituality. You was on that path, and it was like, you was looking for God in all the wrong places. You was trying to find God, and you were going, says if they say God is over here, don't go over there. You were looking for God in all these places, and everybody told you God was this way, and God was that, and God is this being, and God is there. Then you was actually drained. But guess what? You are not spiritually shut down. Because I'm going to walk with you. We're going to walk together. I'm going to show you that we're not spiritually shut down. First of all, you woke up. The Matrix. You woke up within the womb. You woke up in the womb. You answered the call. So you're not spiritually shut down. So you picked up the phone and you answered the call. You, we, I am, you are being rebooted. We're being rebooted, not rebooted, but rebooted. No, we're not doing that one. We are being rebooted, my tongue, rebooted. And the mirror is about to show you fully powered. So let's look at that. Because when we being rebooted, and the mirror is a reflection of that, and it's really showing you. It's really showing you. I say the tree is really being known by the fruit that it is bearing. So you're not spiritually shut down. You're actually being rebooted. And being rebooted is that upgraded. It's this new technology. And it's like you shut the old down system and rebuild the new system. You know, you take your finger, sometime I do, and put it on when the computer ain't shutting down fast enough for me. You know, and I know you being rebooted. Is that all the old things that don't work for you no more, you don't need those things no more. So which means that the virus that was in your system is no longer there. That which was controlling you is no longer controlling you any longer. You answered the call. You answered the call, 1111. You said, I am. We said, I am. We said, we will. We said, I can. We said, I have. And the mirror is about to show you fully powered. So, in other words, the mirror is actually showing you your strength. The mirror is actually showing you your power. When I was weak, it made me strong. You know, the mirror is really showing you what you have gone through to where you are right now, how you made it over. This is what the mirror is about to show you, fully powered up. Your inner strength inside of you. The moment you picked up the phone and answered the call, you were upgraded. It all activated everything in you. Fully. Fully. Oh, wow. Time is my goodness. Proverbs of the Messiah, Codex 10:22. To wear the seven weapons is to rule the chaos within. Yeah. I think I said it right. Within. Yeah. Proverbs 46:1-2. Let me read that again. I'm going fast. Psalm 46:1-2. Psalm 46:1-2. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear. God is our help in strength. God is our refuge and strength. God is my help and strength. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. This is one of my mom's favorite scriptures that she used to quote all the time. She used to say, God is my refuge and my strength, my very present help in time of trouble. She said she was saying that her last day one Sunday at the church. That was what she was quoting before that following couple of days she transitioned out of here. But that was her favorite scripture. So God and source and you are one. So the mirror is about to show you how fully power in you. You are already equipped, rebooted for this part of your journey. Your system is already rebooted for this part of your journey, this part in your life where you are right now. So the mirror is about to fully show you the power in you. And you seeing through your own lenses, because remember, you got a new heart. So you're actually seeing, you got new eyes too, because you're actually seeing yourself from within, not looking in this way, like, oh, no. It's already in you. So what's in you is a reflection out there, because that's what's in you. For those that don't know you, for those that don't want to accept you, and that have had those words against you, all they're going to see is the reflection of who you are right now in life. I'm not the same as I was yesterday, because today I'm a new being, because I'm on a new timeline, because I'm walking in newness of my life. So what you thought about me is not who I am right now. What I am right now, I'm operating fully in my strength, fully in my power right now. So what you see is what you get. Oh, I love that. God is our refuge and strength. Is that, what a refuge is? God is always, source is always there, because source and you are together. So source is not separated from you, even though we were programmed to believe that we left God and came down here. But source is everything. And we're going to walk together, because we got to understand that source is energy, and energy operates in energy. It doesn't pull away from energy. We've always been with source, because we are source. I like that. God, source, is our refuge and strength, because we've always been source, because source is the one, God is the one that's having the experience. The whole time you were going through your life experience, God was the experience. So God and you were never separated, because God is the one that's been having the experience. Oh, I love that. So everything in life right now that you are seeing or experiencing is you fully operating in this your newness, new power, strength that you are. And the mirror is a reflection of that. The mirror is only going to show you a reflection of who you are. So when you're operating in doubt or fear, which God didn't give you, remember, God didn't give you, because source is not going to lessen itself. Source is not going to lessen itself, even though source is everything, which is energy. It's not going to lessen itself, just like your higher self is not going to lessen itself to come down, and the ancestors is not going to come down, lessen themselves when you start doubting yourself, when you start thinking that you are lesser than who you are. Oh my goodness. Therefore, will not we fear? Remember, on the conscious scale, fear is 50. On the conscious scale, faith is up there in 200, 250. Reflection. You don't need to silence the storm to be at peace. Walk with that. It's your power. You don't need to silence the storm, because really, you're the creator. So everything in your life that's happening, you're creating it. So the storm, the rain, the hail, the sun, the moon, the stars, it's all you. So it's not something else out there creating these things to happen in your life. You don't need to silence the storm. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the experience. Because you have the power to say, peace, be still. Because it's all you. bringing the storm to you. You're creating this. You have created that. The mirror only reflects what's in your world, in our world. So really the storm could be a benefit to you. The storm could be speaking to you in the moment that you are experiencing the storm. The storm can be symbolic of saying, be still and know that you God. That could be what the storm is symbolically of to you in your life experience right now. It is not all the time that a storm is looked at as something negative, but you still have the power to say, peace, be still. I love that. Oh, I love that. You need to rule over the chaos inside. So it's real. The master knows that nothing else has its power. Nothing else controls the master. And the master gives its power over to nothing or no one. I mean, let's just keep it real. Ain't nobody doing nothing to us. Ain't nobody ever done nothing to you. Even though the system out there has painted a picture that someone's doing something to you, remember the mind is the first kingdom. And remember the battle is in the mind. He who masters the mind, masters the reality, reboot the program, rewrite the program. So which other words, the way you used to think, you ain't thinking that way no more. The way you used to say somebody made you do something, you ain't thinking like that no more. You're saying I'm a creator of my reality. As a matter of fact, you're saying I'm a deliberate creator. Reflection. You don't need to silence the storm to be at peace. You walk through the storm. You walk through the storm with your head up. Because guess what? You know that the storm is working for you. You know that the tests that comes in your life are for you. You know that when you're changing, I'm going to use this, when you're changing from one state to another state, and you may not have all the necessary funds that you think that you need to move to the next stage in your life, guess what? It's working for you. It's working for you because the very dime or dollar that you have in your pocketbook multiplies in your pocketbook, and that miracle money just shows up. The storm is working for you. It's only when you start feeling sorry for yourself, and guess what? That works for you too. That's on the level of fear. You need to rule over the chaos inside of you. You need to rule over the doubt, rule over the fear. The real confidence comes in motion. Operate in the power that's in you so that the reflection can be seen on the outside. Yeah. Because I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy, and confidence. Proverbs of the Messiah, Codex 11:2-9. These proverbs are not for the weak-hearted, but for the warriors of the unseen war. And guess what? The unseen war is what's going on in the mind. But we have an unseen power of protection that's also operating in our life. Just like the unseen technology and all that's operating in your life, that's flowing in the unseen technology, all that's yours is flowing to you. But guess what? Your 7 weapons are within you. And those weapons are for you to use them as you know that they are there. Because if you don't speak, and if you don't know it's there, you already defeated. And also, you're here to manipulate your own energy. Not your energy manipulates you. Joshua 1:9. Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid. Be strong and be courageous. Good courage. Be not afraid, neither be dismayed. Be strong. Stand in your power. Stand in your power. In many of you hear a lot of people talk about giving the devil all the power, right? You talk about the devil. Oh, the devil made me do, or the devil did this, or the devil did that. The more people say that, the more they boost the devil up to give him strength. Actually, the devil is a mouse in the corner with a megaphone. That's who the devil is. A mouse in the corner with a megaphone. The devil is only your energy that you give it power to. That's all it is. It's your negative thoughts that you believe that have power. That's who the devil is. But the moment you stop believing and accepting that the devil has power over you, ain't got none. I'm just keeping it real with you. Spell the word back, it's live. I'm just keeping it real with you. Your life is a reflection of what you feel, what you think about yourself. And that's what you're going to see. Because a weak person loves to have a weak person around them. A sad person loves to have a sad person around because that's the reflection. Because the sadness on the inside, the reflection is going to be somebody sad. It's going to be reflection, going to be hanging with you. A broke person, the reflection is going to hang around a broke person. I'm just keeping it real with you. A happy person, the reflection is going to hang around a happy person. I'm just going to keep it real with you. We're sharing this together. Oh my goodness. Reflection. You was never built for pity. No, we're not having pity parties anymore. Just keep it real. We're not putting band-aids on D. We're not putting a band-aid on it. You answered the call. You dressed for battle. You said to the coach, put me in the game. Coach put you in the game. You control the ball, make the move, make the plays. That's where we are. You fall down, get up. Just man falls 7 times, he rises up. Get up and get going. Because we ain't got no time for that. You were forged for pressure. You already built to handle everything in your life. You are already built to face everything in your life. You don't need to find courage. It's already, you are courage. It was encoded in you. Let's say that again. You don't need to find courage because you are courage. It's encoded in you. You don't even need to go find peace because it's encoded in you. You don't need to go find happiness because it's encoded in you. Oh, I love that. You don't even got to go find your joy because it's encoded in you already. Your system has been rebooted. Everything you need, you already have. You don't lack nothing. Nothing. Ashe. I feel good. Proverbs of the Messiah, Codex 1365. From the moment of birth, the program installs fear, limitation, dependency. You know how they do that? Because see, a child, and of course I'm in child development, I learned this and I observed the babies. If you'd ever say to the baby, watch out, you're going to fall, the baby would never know that it's going to fall. It's programming. So you understand? Oh, you're going to get hurt. The baby doesn't know anything. The baby don't have fear when it comes in here. It's what the parents or whoever that has the baby programs the baby. So it's the program. The programmer begins to program the baby or program the child. Or don't climb up there, little Johnny. You're going to fall and get hurt. See, the baby or the child never knows what fear is. So it's a program. It's being installed. Don't do that. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're going to have somebody help you do that. That's programming. Because the very one that says that to you is also operating in that level in their consciousness or their lower consciousness. They're operating in that. Remember, fear loves fear. Limitation loves limitation. Dependency loves dependency. Because whatever someone's operating in, they love that to have that with them. So that's how it works. Like attracts like. All right, let's go with that. John 8:36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. In other words, you came here already equipped with everything that you're supposed to have. Getting through the program. Surviving through the program. Because surviving through the program, with the word, you got birth, which is the womb, which is the matrix, surviving through the matrix, until you answer the call. And when you picked up the call, that's your reboot, the reboot of the system to everything that you were programmed, that was installed in you, a limitation, a dependency, no longer is connected to any of the wires within you. Oh, I love that. It doesn't have any juice. I love that too. You're free. You're free to create your own reality. You are free to create your own reality, your own world. Okay, reflection. The mirror may show what the world taught you. I'm just letting you know, most of the things in life that you are experiencing, if it's not what you want, it's still a program operating in your subconscious mind somewhere. Because the mirror is only going to show you what's operating in you. I'm just going to keep it real with you. It's nobody doing nothing to you. The mirror is only going to show you what's operating in you, your subconscious mind. God is only responding to your frequency, your vibration. And that's what you experience. So you can look at the subconscious mind as the reflection, either way you want it. Let's walk with this. I love this. All right. But freedom comes when you see what God birthed inside you. You are not broken. Never. All that, the brokenness, you got to be poor, what else they say? You got to go to 12 years of school. Then you got to go to college and get the degrees. Because all that want to still control the mind. It want to control your thinking. And I'm not saying that, I'm not knocking it. Yeah, it may be good for some people, but not all geniuses go to school. I'm just telling you. Some geniuses, and many of them are self-taught. Guess what? They escaped that. Their mind is free. That's why a lot of people like being on the street. Because there's no one to control their mind. You understand? They understand that. They are not broken. They escaped the matrix. Not everybody out there on drugs either. Don't get it twisted. We're just walking together, a reflection. The mirror may show you what the world taught you, a reflection of that. But freedom comes when you see what God birthed inside of you, what the Most High birthed inside of you, what source, because you and source co-created. What's going on inside of you. Showing you the realness of who you are. You're not broken. You're not broken. You're not forgotten either. You are creator. You're a Messiah. I must need go. I must need go. Then he said, you wouldn't even have any power if my Father had not given it to you. Man, turn these stones into bread. Don't you know that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God? You're not broken. See, the power is already in you. How you activate what's already in you is to know you. Is to know the word. Know that your words are power. Your words are power. Don't think that just the word in the 66 books, 27 in the old, 39 in the new, is the only word, but the word became flesh. You, the word, walking around in the physical body. Speak the word. Speak the word. Do you think I can do this? Speak the word. Your words are powerful. Know the ledge. Knowledge is power. Proverbs of the Messiah Codex 1598-99. The Messiah stands at the threshold. Y'all see I'm reading this without them glasses. Look at that. Ashe. The Messiah stands at the threshold. The door is open, but it cannot be entered with baggage. In other words, I set you free. I'm here to give you, enlightenment, because this is what the Messiah said. This is what the Messiah was doing when the Messiah was walking the earth. When the ascended master was walking the earth, the ascended master was telling you that, hey, the war's on the inside. It ain't out there. The biggest battle is inside the mind. This is what the Messiah was showing you. But when you understood that, when you mastered this, it's showing you this. But you can't enter there with this baggage, still doubting yourself, still not sure of yourself. Where are you going? I'm broke. I'm homeless. I'm just an example, In other words, no matter where you are in life, use it to your benefit. You can plant a seed in the ground and you begin to speak positive word over that seed that you planted. Watch it grow. Watch it grow. Watch it grow into a huge flower or a plant. Watch it grow. The tree. Watch it grow. You can speak to your bottle of water and speak positive words into your bottle of water. And guess what? Watch it activate. You drink the very words that you spoke into that water. Guess what? It operates, it activates inside of you. Feeling sorry for yourself, thinking that you ain't amount to no good. Guess what? That operates in your life too. But your system has been rebooted. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if any man be in the Messiah, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Know yourself. Know that you're a leader or a savior of a particular group with a cause, and one that is preparation for war. Know that you are a savior. You guess who the savior is? You the savior. And guess who you come to save? You come to save yourself. We already discovered what the cube was. We already talked about the cube in the Messiah Code. The cube is what? It's a folded up cross. Guess what? You have to master your own cross. You. Remember, you on the cross. You're the one that has to conquer that. You got to save yourself. And when you save yourself out the cube. I'm just keeping all the words and things, the doubts and fears and stuff. Talk about the nails and stuff. That's all on the cross. But you have to master that yourself. You the Messiah. You're saving yourself. Because the only way to save anybody out there is to save yourself. Because the mirror is only going to show a reflection of inside, outside. He who the Son set free is free indeed. You can only save yourself in order to save the world. Inside, outside. Inside first, then outside. By knowing who you are, by knowing your power, by knowing your weapons. Ashe. Oh man, where the people at? All right. Reflection. Step into your new reflection. You are not who you were. You are not what happened to you. Step into your new reflection. This is the third day my phone done rung 2 times on the daycare phone. Now my cell phone. Step into your new reflection. You are not who you were. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to see now. Ashe. All right, I'm gonna. That was my driver. I'm gonna have to go. Man, I was loving this. Let me put my face on the screen. I was loving this. I really was having a ball with this. And I am Queen Oracle, Mother Yanis Lamel, Nutri Prime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement, and at the Walu Tribe. I am so, I have been, I am, bliss of joy to have been with you in this podcast, and that this is to be continued because we have more. So let's continue this on. Maybe I'll continue it later on today. But I just want to know that you to know that we are all a reflection of what is going on in our life today. Your joy, you're not begging for joy, you are joy. Your strength, you are strength. It's just a reflection of what you are. What you're experiencing out here is what's going on in there. Your peace, you experiencing storm. Peace be still. The power is already in you. Here's one. Stand in front of the mirror. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Stand in the mirror and tell yourself who you are. Tell yourself that you are whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Encourage your own self because Source, the Most High God, has given you everything that you need to operate fully in your power. So don't forget about the African American Parade in Harlem, New York, September the 21st. And connect with us. If you're still interested in marching with us, walking with us, just reach out to us. And don't forget a Happy New Day. The Walu's Cash App and PayPal and Zelle, even though it's not on there. And not only that, the Walu has a website. Don't forget about that. You can log in to connect on Facebook, the Walu's Facebook page, and scroll down and there's a link right there. You can hit that and it'll pull up our website as well. So remember, your life is a reflection of you. It's okay. It's okay to be in the storm. But it's even better to know that the storm works for you. Ooh, slow motion this side, slow motion that side. Rap. Just know that everything in your world is operating for you. When you begin to understand that everything in your life, the relationship that you are in, if it's a husband and wife or a woman and woman or a man and man, whatever, you having problems, I'm just keeping it real with you. Guess what? It works for you. It works for you. It's how you see yourself and stop trying to see the other individual or control the other individual. See yourself because they are a reflection of you. Just remember, you are a multidimensional being and everything is a reflection of you. Your life experience is a reflection of you. I'm just keeping it real with you. Yes, please. She looks sleepy. It's a reflection of you. I've had some good days. Come sing with me on my live right quick. Come on.
I've had some dark days.
They need to see you.
And some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over.
Yes.
All of my good days. Woo. Outweigh my bad days. And I won't complain.
So, all right. Peace, love, and light.
All right.
Cool. Shalom. Let me answer this call until we connect again. Ashe.